Greetings, fellow beings. Oh, it is a thunderous Thursday indeed. I am so glad to be here. I hope you are too. There's a lot to talk about. I only have like 14 stories listed, but today is bonus time. And I think I know what we're going to be talking about probably is that earnings call that Warner Brothers Discovery had this morning. Pretty sure we'll mention it later in the Hcast over on Mr. H Reviews channel. That podcast is growing by leaps and bounds. If you aren't checking it out, you're missing something special. Lots of incredible insights. We're breaking news all the time. Every once in a while, we get straight from the source leak from Mr. H. It's fantastic. So do check that out later. And then, of course, tonight, Throwdown Thursday over on Comics Division's channel. And there's other stuff mixed in there too. I mean, you might get a Midnight's Edge After Dark. You might get some other stuff. There's always good things on a Thursday. You know what else is good? All of you. Let's say hi to everybody. We're going to say hi to those of you on Twitter, Rumble, and Odysee. Hello, Minds and Getter. Great to see everybody. Hello, YouTube. That's right. James Dosher is here. We've got Griffin here. We got Professor Haytien here. We got Captain Phantom Nerd here. There's James. We got Eric K., the master of mods, the mensch of wrenches. Thanks for being here. We got another incredible wrench named Darren Hughes. What's going on? Happy Thursday, all. Morgan King is here. I would love a rabbit chicken hot dog right now. Sounds good. Sounds good. Joseph Dredd is in the house. We've also got Mephisto's movie reviews. Scott Cook is here. Good to see you. The Common Nerd is here. What's up, Jesse? We got the Bad Cap and OC Dobbins. I hope you're doing well. I'm worried about things. Probably get into that in a minute. Black Saber is here. Hey, fellows. Hello. We've got Near-Sighted Cyclops in the house. There is Master Sidearms. What's going on? We've got Randall Orser. What's going on, my Canadian friend? And then we've got Low Spec Linux Laptop. Good to see you, bud. We got Schmilix. What is up? Are you late? No. Who's turning it? I need a snack right now. The Tipping Barn is here. Great to see you, a Tipping Barn. We've got M Tax Shark. Happy almost Friday. Yes, that's a positive attitude. I like that. More of that. More of that. Penny is here. Greetings, dear. I hope you're doing well. We've got Al Humphreys checking in from across the pond. Hope he's doing well. I know I'll see him on Mr. H Review show. We got Olaf Von S, who wrenches in a lot of places. He does some good work, especially over on Mr. H Reviews. Looks like we're only about, 2 hours and 15 minutes from Mr. H Reviews Hcast, so don't miss that. Like I said, we've got Schmilek saying hi to people. We got Fat Elvis here. We know he smashed the like button. That's right. Thumbs up, fire, whatever it is, where you is, hit it. Make sure the algorithms, wherever you are, know that you want to not miss the show. I love it. I think I said hello to the lovely Elizabeth Young, but if not, hello. We got the mighty Orbots here. We've got Barney Fife with his one bullet. Skull! That's right. Who else is here? Oh, Bubba Big Daddy Porkins is here. Let's see. CAG 44 is here. We've got Walter Tomaszewski here. A hillbilly cousin called Cornpone Casino. That would be a lot of fun. I'd have to figure out that voice and everything. Maybe a costume. I don't know. We'll see. Tender Warrior 68 is here. Huzzah, my friend. Atwood is here. What's up? Atwood is here and over on Odysee and over on Rumble. And we've got Vince Womack over on Odysee. So we've got Vulcan Lives here, or Vulcan Lives, depending. I don't know. I keep saying Vulcan Lives because I feel like Vulcan's lives matter. I do. Rod Thunderheart, and we've got Dota 5473. Should Universal and Warner Brothers merger? Don't see that in the cards. They could, but the largest content creator on the planet is right now still Warner Brothers. So, for what it's worth, you got Darius Munchausen out there. You've got a few other folks rolling in the door, but we have to go. Hey, Q2 Cast TV. The amazing John Platt checking in from across the pond. SFX314 Saber-Tooth Raptor. Ram Bam 3000. Spaceship Vampire. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow. Feliato. And coming to us from the cosmos, the Cosmic Squirrel. Love it. Blackia. Hope it's going well. We've got Fletch here. Awesome. And Brightest Day. All right, everybody. 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. And if you didn't know it, there was a big call today, which we will get to momentarily. But there was big news, actually. Well, at least to many. Hasbro is selling eOne Entertainment to Lionsgate for $500 million. This is Grand Theft IP because they're getting a bunch of stuff and access to a bunch of stuff. I can see where Lionsgate is going with this. They're making themselves even more appealing to another company, but at the same time, they're making their company more valuable if they elect to stay in business all to themselves. $500 million, super cheap. Lizzo responded to the lawsuit against her for all of the various wackadoodle-doo stuff that was claimed. But let me tell you, when you have that many people making that many claims about that many things, and some of them are somewhat corroborated by other parties, I'm not sure if it's as unbelievable as it sounds there, Lizzo. For your sake, I hope so, because otherwise you may be done. Leah Remini is suing the church she was formerly a part of. She is going after him for harassment and all kinds of other things, tortious interference. I mean, it's like a laundry list, and this looks like it's going to be big problems for that church. WGA leaders telling members not to get their hopes up for the AMPTP overture because they're supposed to be talking tomorrow. I wouldn't get your hopes up either. This, although it's not being said outright, is a good deal for the studios right now to keep you out of work. Sorry, it's just the truth. So whether it's the actors or the writers, somebody's going to be on strike still for a while. The guidance from Warner Brothers Discovery was that they were hoping sometime by September. No, this is not. This will be winter. It will be in winter before this thing gets resolved. In my opinion. We've got Barbie heading to $1 billion. Look, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Mea culpa. This thing's actually going to do quite well. And again, I'm surprised. I did not realize just how many people hated men out there. And this is just illuminating. Weep for the future. But I'm very happy for Warner Brothers because that $1 billion is going to go on their balance sheet next quarter. What we talked about this morning, very early in the morning over on Valiant Renegades channel, was the Q2 results for Warner Brothers Discovery. And yes, it did get hit with some negative numbers because of Flash, and the ad climate is soft, but I was surprised how well and how resilient they were in that market. Free cash flow doubles, which is incredible, to $1.7 billion, but there was some things that people are worried about. Obviously, they're worried about the fact that they missed their revenue goal. They had some drops in some areas that were unexpected, but they've narrowed their streaming loss to about $3 million. Now, consider that versus Disney losing $500 million to $1 billion just on direct-to-consumer alone. They did spend some money to rebrand to Max, which did also cost them. So you ended up with that. But they are looking for another additional target, a higher target than the $2 billion they told you they were going to do. First of all, they got there a year early. And second, now they're targeting $5 billion. And they're looking to retire up to $2.7 billion in debt in advance. Insane. Good for them. We'll talk about that in bonus time. Elemental, they're still trying to make this film not seem as bad as it was. They're trying to tell you that it's crossed 400 million globally. Well, not quite, but it's close. And they're very much trying to make this film not be the flop that it is. They're trying to keep the certain elements in play. But as you can see here, according to the numbers, they're still just under the worldwide box office of $400 million, which still isn't going to put them anywhere close to break even. Right now, this film is still sitting pretty much underwater, and we'll know more in about a week. But this thing is toast. Speaking of toast, well, big tech back stock gains with solid results. That was the only thing that was lifting the market artificially through a lot of optimism. Take a look at the market today. It's falling. And you know what's going counter to that? Warner Brothers Discovery. Twitch is headed the wrong direction, speaking of tech. But it's partly because they are banning gambling live streams on their channels, which makes a lot of sense. It also says viewership of that kind of content is down 75%. It's strange because I think Amazon actually owns some investment in some gambling sites, so this is kind of strange, but I get it. Tom Brady has decided to be a soccer minority club owner with Brigham. You have Agence France trying to force Twitter to pay them for their terrible news, so I imagine that'll just get blocked. And finally, Willie the Texas rodeo goat is now been found safe and sound. Remember, we covered that story just a week or so ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. But I think that's kind of fun. I had a whole town, whole community up in arms trying to find this little guy, and they did, and he's good. And with that, I'm out of time. I'm out of stories, but I am not out of here. We have a bonus time. That's right, bonus time. And so we'll talk about stuff you want to talk about. Probably mostly Warner Brothers, but looking forward to that. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And wait, because we're going to bonus time.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can, as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.
That's right, everybody. The Universal call, the Warner Brothers call, the Disney call will all be very telling. Warner Brothers is down. Disney's coming. Disney call is going to be rough. Cannot wait for that on Wednesday. Should be a party. I don't know that I'll be on a stream, though. I have business to attend to. But we'll see. All of these people have business to attend to. And it looks like we'll have a new credits tomorrow. I finally got the thing to render out. Just couldn't get it loaded up in time for today's show. Man, 4:30 a.m. That's what time the show started for me to cover the call for Warner Brothers Discovery. That means that when they started that, it was 5 a.m. in California. Cracker Barrel. Crazy. Anyway. All right, everybody. Hang around. Headed to bonus time starting now. There we go. Hello, everybody. Hello, Twitter. Hello, Twitter. Hi. Hi, Twitter. Hi. Hi, Minds. Hello, Getter. Well, hi, Odysee, Rumble, YouTube, other places. I'm on other places. I don't know how, but I found myself other places. It's very strange. Yeah, we are in bonus time. I was really excited for the earnings call. Obviously got a chance to cover it live with Valiant Renegade and team. They did a wonderful job this morning. We did some wonderful coverage of that. I think some very insightful statements made by Jonas and Mike specifically, obviously Valiant as well. It was so good. Oh, and by the way, yes, YouTube seems to be having an audio glitch today where it streams and videos are quiet, silent, depending upon what you're using to watch them. I noticed that was happening both on my smart televisions and on my Roku. Didn't happen so much on the PC side of things, but it does happen. So if you run into that, just refresh. I'll still be here. We've got fun emojis over on Odysee, and we've got people over on Rumble and hi Twitter. I really wish there was a way to interact better with Twitter other than say thanks for being here. Appreciate it. We got some super chats to get to. We got some conversation to get to. But I want to say thanks to all of you. Thanks for supporting the channel, helping it grow. We are getting close to that 10K. I have started to redouble my efforts of losing the girth that I have around my midsection, but mostly to like at least firm up my chest. You guys don't want old man chest for a 10K celebration. I still don't understand that. I don't know why anybody would want that, but it'll be fun. We've got Eric K here send for $2 bonus time. That's right, bonus time indeed. Olaf Von Essens €2 saying Bonus time coverage on Warner Brother. Better than expected. Yeah, better expected than this. Oh, it was so amazing. Truly, truly, truly. Darius Munchausen sends me the nectar of the casino. That's right. Coffee for $4. Thank you for the $4 super chat. Looks like we got $8 worth of chats. We're going to play a real quick clip for y'all. Thank you for the cheddar.
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar. Guys, yeah.
Yeah, we're live, everybody, and you are here. You are here. Brightest Day is here. Keck 44 is here. We got Greasy Pan Ham here. Love that. We got Rogue Thinker here. What's going on, Rogue? Love that icon. Who else rolled in? We had a few other folks pop in. Oh, there's Monkey Jeebus. He's still on? Yeah. Is that okay, Monkey Jeebus? Good to see you. What a morning. Yeah. Warner Brothers, we have too much money, so we're going to actually release Batgirl for the tax write. Well, they did really well. Yeah, their free cash flow. I mean, again, I think Mike said it this morning. Mexican Iron Man said it this morning. I'd rather have that than aiming for a target that is essentially meaningless. The good news is they're almost out of the negative when it comes to direct to consumer. Couldn't sorry, I'm coughing my head off. Couldn't hope for something better. And if they're going to retire $2.7 billion in debt in the next quarter, targeting $5 billion in savings, holy cow. My goodness. My goodness. Let's see, who else rolled through? I had a lot of folks jump in. Oh, there's Izaj Melody. What she says is unbelievable, makes them believable. Yeah, I know. Really, truthfully, I mean, the Lizzo thing is bonkers. We got Cam here. What's up, Cam? And snakes and funerals, my hopes are non-existent. Well, yeah. Disney's hoping a lot. Oh, my goodness. They're in such big trouble. Matt G. What's up, Matt G? Sean Sapola's like, Barbie is the movie of the year. I hope not. King KDI. It may be September 2024. Culture Casino. Yeah. I can't believe how well Warner Brothers Discovery is doing. Just can't. Yeah. And in this, look, this isn't an unrealistic possibility when it comes to these strikes. I mean, there is no upside for these studios. Consider this. I mean, content king Warner Brothers Discovery is a content king. I know a lot of people just don't see it that way, but they are. They have over the years produced more content than anybody else. They own more content than anybody else. They have the ability to make more content than anybody else, at least for now. And they're way ahead of the game. Anybody who's downing on them right now after what we just saw, not really paying attention. We got Tiki Doom here. Culture should get braids like he's on vacation in Jamaica. No, thank you. Yeah, so I should get the Monica braids from Friends. I think I'd look weird. Be weird. Try to say hi to everybody I missed. Shadow Chasers here, waiting on the Bloody Doctor. So I guess I'll watch something enlightening. Well, thank you, Shadow Chaser. I hope you have something good at the doctor. So got a lot of people worried about doctor. Thanks and welcome to bonus time, everybody. This is the extended version of the 6-minute daily, which happens on Tuesdays and Thursdays as time permits for me. We're gonna have at least another 30 minutes of show, maybe longer. If you get a chance, do check out Valiant Renegade's live stream from this morning, early in the morning, and do check out the video he dropped today. That's important too. Disney's gonna keep getting their hand caught in the cookie jar. It's unfortunate that it took 50 years before they got in trouble for some of the stuff they've been doing in Reedy Creek. Now the new, what is it, Central Florida Tourism District or whatever it is. So yeah, very different. Hey, look, it's Dempsey, the drunken poet. Good to see you. I thought you guys would like the goat story because we covered it that they were looking for him, couldn't find him. Yeah, Birmingham, UK, pronounced Birmingham. Then did I screwed it up? I probably did. Did I say Brigham? Probably. I apologize. Lord, I apologize. Scott Hughes is here. What's up, Scott? Dave G Sound. TZ Burton's here too. Look at all these great beings everywhere. Hi, Twitter. Let's see. 11 Alpha's here. Good to see you. If I missed you, it's not on purpose, anybody. I wouldn't want to miss Michael Gonzalez, though. Why is the red horizontal stripe on your shirt? Or my, well, no, you've got, these are my collars. It's a red stripe. Yeah, I've got this. This is one of my golf shirts. I like to golf, and I'm very comfortable in these. Plus, I can wear them professionally. So I do that a lot. There's too many of them. There's too many. Did they mention anything regarding AEW? Not that I noticed. I think as far, well, okay, so this is part of a conversation with Warner Brothers. I think most people wouldn't normally have. We were reminded that they control all the live sports rights for everything, including streaming. And their live abilities apparently are ready to go. So you're going to start seeing more live sports streaming on the Warner Brothers streaming platforms. Huge news. That's something that I think all of them should be leaning into. And Disney's going to want you to pay a separate fee for that with ESPN. ESPN's losing people across the board, and I don't care what the ESPN plus or minus, whatever you want to call it. Nobody sticks with that platform. So yeah, I'm not stoked by any of that by any means. But I don't remember AEW being mentioned specifically. They probably will next quarter though, because I think that's when they'll have an announcement, I would imagine. Hey, what's up, Kalichi Oki? Good to see you. Saw you on the stream this morning, I believe. And there's my good buddy, Drunk 3PO. What's good? What's good with you, man? What's good with you? Hope you're doing well. We have to talk this weekend. Figure out a way to pick up the telephone, or I'm going to call you. Something. Need to talk to you. Let's see. Who else is here? We got Manolo Rivera. What's going on? Hola, mi gente. That's right. Played. That's a funny bit. Blazing Saddles right there. Saltzilla's here. Got Dan Smith in the house. Destiny will end up calling Bud Light the best beer of the year by Big Meaty. That's right. So Warner Brothers Discovery did rather well. Let's take a look at their stock price live real fast, as opposed to the broader markets. The problem is it was just up not that long ago. The problem is the broader markets are going down. In case you didn't know, we'll take a look at that. I'm a professional YouTuber, everybody. I'm so ready and prepared. Can you tell? Probably not. Not doing a great job anyway. All right, here tis, and I'm not locked in, so good. All right, I got to give away anything. All right, there you go. So if you take a look at this, everything's in the red. Not doing great. Broader markets bad.com. Not probably going to get better.com. But we were doing rather well early in the day. This thing got pretty high. Let's turn this off. Got pretty high, got up to 1265, but now it's down at 1238, still above its close yesterday, I believe. Short-term, mid-term, and long-term performance all look to be headed the right direction. Triple moving average crossover. There you go. That's the trend right now. Looking good as far as I'm concerned. Now, I'm not giving you professional advice on this. No. Seek out a professional. I'm not going to do it. But I am rather encouraged, and I think that Warner Brothers has a lot to crow about. I would imagine that going forward, Warner Brothers is going to continue to lead the way when it comes to content. But they did talk specifically about the strikes, and and they talk specifically about how much it's costing them to date. And they weren't shy about it, what their cost estimates were. They believe that it's actually costing them about $100 million because they aren't able to put together content. But at the same time, it saved over $100 million because they're not putting out content. It saved over $100 million in costs. There you go. See how motivated they are? No, they are not motivated at all to get back to work. He just didn't say that. He was much more tactful and more reserved when he was talking about it. And then he kind of shed a little pixie dust on it himself, saying, maybe this will be done by September. We'll be back to work, knowing full well that is not true. Kalichi Oke for $3 says, what do you think Zaslav will do with ESPN? What would I do, or what do I think he'll do? Because what I would do is find somebody who wanted it. It's a damaged brand. Everybody's going to always think it's an owned or captured thing, and it only is able to tell a story from one side of the equation. And I think that's going to be a problem. But I would get rid of it if I could. Otherwise, set it up as like an additional channel on the Discovery or one of the branded channel things that they have on their streaming service. That's what I would do. They have the ability to go live with stuff. Well, use it there. Use it for news. I mean, it's possible that the brand is not beyond redemption. And if I were thinking like Zaslav, that's what I would probably do. But me personally, I would be looking for a buyer. Yeah, I'd be looking for a buyer at this point. Wholly owned. Speaking of which, thank you for the $3 super chat. I get to play one that I never get to play. Thank you for that. Look at that. $3 gets you.
You get to give money to a organization that sends food to children in other countries. You could have given $3 to a bum on the street, but instead you decided to give $3 to the guy that looks like a bum. Thank you for your generosity.
Yes, thank you. I do appreciate it. Had some great questions in the chat and some great conversation, so we're not going to forget those. Let me get to them. You guys are crushing it in the chat. Thank you. Let's see. I'm a professional, but I still wouldn't give advice for them. Yeah, true story. Yeah, I would never give financial advice from my channel. I can give you some inkling of what I'm going to do. Here's a good question. Why are so many stars going after Iger? Thank you for this, King KDI. But leave Zaslav alone, in your opinion? Well, the trades were hammering away at Zaslav for a long time. They didn't really make a lot of headway. Zaslav has turned it around after the Batgirl cancellation and obviously some smart business decisions to do some tax write-offs and write-downs. I mean, what more could they attack him for? It didn't stick, it didn't help, and he's not said anything offensive. Whereas Uncle Bob Iger has said a lot of really silly things about the strike and basically holding all the actors and writers accountable for tearing down the industry. I mean, again, Disney's strategy always is to attack when they have any kind of criticism. They don't plan for a solution. They don't tell people what they're doing, to the contrary. No, instead they attack. So again, this is partly born out of a lot of the ideological garbage that's infested Disney to its root now. From top to bottom, it's completely infested. Check out Valiant Renegade, WDW Pro if you want to know what that's all about. Lots of neo-Marxism thinking, which means you attack anybody who shows any kind of criticism, and that's why. So he attacks the actors and the writers. They come back at him. You're going to see that going harder. And they went after Zaslav a little bit because of his earnings, but it's just Iger's an easier target. He was always considered their ally. So they feel like he's turned on them. I mean, that's probably the simplest explanation or set of explanations, but there's that. You're going to see a rough call for Disney. comeuppance, just desserts, whatever. At least that's my expectation. I could be surprised. Maybe they somehow found money in their couch cushions. But now that they don't have an infinite write-off and all other factors involved, I would say that they're in big trouble because they don't have Reedy Creek to kind of funnel a lot of tax savings through. And again, they wanted to move a lot of operations to Florida so that they could benefit more from basically having their own captured government, so to speak. But again, it's easier to go after Iger now than it is Zaslav, because he's just said some really stupid junk. Snakes and Funerals, again, lots of people in the industry do follow these channels. I mean, we've got at least 4 people I know for sure are in the industry, and Snakes and Funerals says, I'm in IATSE, and we don't expect to go back to work till next year. And I think that's a reasonable expectation. A lot of people have been assuming January, possibly February, before things are back up and running. And again, I mean, we aren't paying much attention to the fact that it's not just the writers, it's not just the actors. You have a couple of guilds part of IATSE that are going on right now as well. So I think this is going to be interesting. I really do. But I like I said, if they get back to work in September, I will be A, surprised, B, somewhat happy, because the content dearth that we're about to suffer for every month that this goes on, that's a month and a half, 2 months of no content, believe it or not. Very, very bad. Yeah, Bezos does want CNN so he can merge it with the Poe. That's interesting. The problem is the Amazon's already running afoul of a lot of different things with oversight, regulatory stuff. I'm not sure that the government would allow that to happen. We'll have to see. Yeah, CNN needs a massive overhaul. Yeah, most news organizations do, to be fair. Somebody doesn't like that I say that. I'm gonna have to figure out some other colloquialism. I'll start saying, to be frank. There. P-Lie says their words are meaningless. True story. Somebody said something in the chat I wanted to highlight. Did I miss it? I missed it. Oh, these are Greg Norman shirts, so you can see the little shark on them. Yeah. Got PGA Normans, lots of you guys probably see the Under Armour ones and stuff like that. I am not I still have some Nike golf shirts, but I usually don't wear them, and I'm not replacing them as they wear. So not a big fan of Nike anymore right now. Empress NM says, infested by sellouts that instantly portray their own. Yes. And this is true. Kalichi Oki says, August 9th is going to be so entertaining. Come on, culture. It's Iger. He's going to screw up that call somehow, especially now that he's in the hot seat. I think this is not ageism, okay? Your filters as you get older, you're not very exercised in applying them. You say things that normally would have been well behind a wall of, reasoning. And I think that perhaps he's at that point where that's happening more frequently. He's not exercising those filters any longer. So, Ram, bam, 3,000 for £5 sterling, proper money, everybody. What do purity spirals and global thermonuclear war have in common? The only winning move is not to play. War games, paraphrased. Well done. What a great line. Thank you, Ram Bam. 3,000 from across the pond. I'm really looking forward to some things coming up. I'm looking forward to the Dune movie. I'm looking forward, obviously, to Equalizer 3, which I did a video on, because everybody says I'm negative all the time. But I do look forward to things. I love things. Big fan. But I want to say thank you for this. £5 sterling, proper money. I'm going to throw out a thing. I'm going to say thanks. Just thanks.
Wow, it's generous. I don't really get that kind of money, but glad you do, so thanks.
Yeah. Nut Bunny goes, self-imposed shutdown? I have little sympathy. That's right. That's right. I'm glad you like those thank you videos, Michael. I appreciate it. Yorkshire's fantastic. Don't tell me about sophistication. I've been to Leeds. Oh, I didn't realize you were in London proper, Al Humphreys. My goodness. Well, at least I might get to see you when we make our international swing here. Hey, Culture, do you collect toys? If not, what are you into besides movies? I collect certain toys, mostly action figures. I've started to get into well, this is gonna sound weird. I've started to get back into antique electronic stuff. So kind of runs in my family. And I love old vinyl. I love records. Books. I love books. I love reading. I got a library. That's what this room is actually supposed to be. It's not supposed to be a studio, which, again, thanks to all of you guys, pretty soon I'll have a proper studio, and then I will have a library again. So I won't be in this room anymore. At least not most of the time, anyway. That's just a few months down the road. A lot of writers need to look for jobs. Case in point, Secret Invasion was pure trash. You know what, Bubba Big Daddy Porkins? I hear you. Very strange. Mexican Iron Man. He sends me a super duper chat. What's up, man? Says new show, Culture and Mickey's Financial Adventures. Live stream where Culture helps save Disney. Oh, I would love to. The twist, Culture sells all his assets to buy Hulu. No, I don't want that. And if what Pro is saying is true, ooh. if that if that grain of salt thing, if that happens, holy cow. Like, my goodness, you guys should go watch that about the fact that Hulu, they could buy Hulu only to sell it or dissolve it or whatever. Holy cow. I mean, why? I don't know. Do I actually play golf? I can see him on a green. I do. I love golf. Golf's fantastic. I've been playing since I was a little one. I played with my grandfather and my dad and me all at the same time on the same course. That's how I learned. I was like 7, 8. Love golf. Love it. Got custom clubs, custom grips. Yep. Imagine my flowing hair in sync with my. It does actually. So if I put it in a hat, I got a lot of golf hats. But what I usually do is I push my hair back, put a hat on, and yeah. I was somebody asked me, why don't you wear a visor when you golf? I'm like, visor douche. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I mean, just kidding. I think, wow, Mikey sent another super duper chat. Super duper chat from Mexican Iron Man. New show. Wait, you did it twice, Mikey. You really wanted to say this for $4.99 twice. I'm going to have to send you this $4.99 back, Mikey. Thank you, though. I really appreciate the super chat, brother. You know what? You get one of these. You're always a show sponsor, so yeah.
I see you have money. Want to take me on a date?
Thank you very much, Mexican Iron Man. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I know you're working. I actually have to do some work here before Mr. H's Hcast, which means we don't have, but maybe another 20, 30 minutes. We'll see. I always try to press it. I always end up over pressing, and then I'm always late. It's a bad culture. Bad culture. Pinochet's helicopter tours for $2 says, "Am I crazy, or is Equalizer 3 also Man on Fire 2?" Yes, because Dakota Fanning's in it. That's an excellent observation, indeed. Wow, let me tell you, Man on Fire, fantastic film. Just like War Games, which was Ram Bam 3000 brought up just a little bit ago. I mean, there are a lot of films that are so underappreciated. War Games, I still think is. It's like the last time I it's the last time that I really felt like we had purity in films was right around that time. And then you still had it in action movies and things like that, and occasionally a rom-com, but War Games is like just one of those pure fun films. All the elements are in there. Tiny little bit of romance, teen romance, a real plot, real stakes, a real situation that could have sort of maybe a little bit happened, it was pretty easy to set aside your disbelief at that point in time. Plus, I still love the old school CRTs, monochrome monitors. It's freaking fantastic. Darren Hughes just gifted 5 Culture Casino memberships. That's right. There are 5 of you that now have a membership. Speaking of memberships, I'm going to try to put together either Saturday or Sunday a member stream. So hopefully you'll be able to check that out. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on. Make sure that bell has all notifications if you are a member, especially so that you don't miss out. Also, check the community tab regularly because it will also have stuff there as well. So just consider that. Let's see who else is into house. Evil Ramen. Yes, now that I'm middle-aged, young men and women are often horrified at the things I state. That's true. Because, there's an IDG AF thing that happens at a certain age. And then after that, you just don't even think about the fact that maybe you shouldn't say something. I think that's where Iger is, unfortunately. And I think he's so twisted by ideology that it's permeated every part of his company. It's really a bummer. Yeah, I want to go golfing with Drunk 3PO. I'm not going to haul my clubs across country, though. I'll rent some clubs. It's fine. Pinochet's helicopter tours for... I already got that one. Thank you for that. Rogue Thinker says, Disney and Marvel can't do anything good anymore. James Gunn had to resign in Guardians, so it was okay. But there were still problems with it. I agree with you. You guys are having the English wars there. I love it. See, that's the problem. So I actually took this room. I built this room that I'm in right now as a purpose library at that point. There was an unused portion of the house. And I'm like, you know what? Library. So bam. And so, yeah, this room was intentionally built to be a library. I still have a giant bookshelf to build on this side of the room, 14 foot wide, 14 foot tall, so that I can get all the books in here. And then I still won't fit. I got them spread out everywhere. I got boxes of books. Action figures. I have a lot of old school stuff. Old school Star Wars stuff. I actually have an original G.I. Joe 12-inch figure. So, yeah, it's up on a shelf. I think I've showed it a few times here. But I mean, I've got, just movie memorabilia. I mean, there's a Serrano figure from Major League. There's Buddy Christ. I've got a bunch of stuff. But I mean, literal action figures, I just really old school stuff. Oh, I did miss today's history because I didn't get it here in time to get it marked. That's my fault. So apparently today's day in history. You're not whiny. Today in 1829 was the premiere of Rossini's William Tell. You know it as the theme to The Lone Ranger. Ba-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da-da-da. Thank you, Griffin. Appreciate it. Sorry I missed that. I just didn't get in here fast enough. Too much going on this morning. As stated, never ask for a raise after you've got a poor job performance review. I don't see a handshake for a while. Yeah, you're right, Rick. You're right. And the problem is they haven't been delivering anything of quality for a long time. They've been delivering a lot of politics and lecturing and neo-Marxism. Doesn't work. I'm not sure what you're laughing at, Skeptic Tank, but I'm glad you're here. I'm so far behind. Sorry, guys. If I'm skipping your comments, it's not because I don't want to say hey or whatever. Mephisto, what's up, buddy? He says, Iger is more machine now than man. Twisted and evil. I need to do that again. Iger is more machine now than man. Twisted and evil. There you go. How come I'm not an actor, right? Look at the chops on that. That's 15 shekels from Mephisto's movie reviews. Thank you, my friend. The thing is that who now wants to take Iger's spot? Disney needs their own Zaslav. Those don't come around too often. True story. They could hire me. I'd take that gig. I could turn that company around in a year and a half. Maybe less. It would depend. Problem is, would I have support from the board? That board is captured, so probably not. Nor would they bring somebody like me in. They need rogue thinking, though. They need absolute headhunter thinking. That's what they need. Walter Tomaszewski's got a show for Mikey. New Mexican Iron Man show. Mexican Iron Man is a superhero. His arch nemesis, Gelada Densa, a.k.a. One-Ton Jamira, the densest villain ever. Rockets do not work. Can Mexican Iron Man save Mexico and the rest of the world? There you go. There's too many of them. There's too many of them. There's too many of them. Let's have a war. Oh, someday I'll give you a tour of the room. I need to straighten up a bit, but yeah, that would be kind of fun, right? To give you just the one wall and then, of course, the back wall. I need to open up the green screen once in a while so you guys can see that I'm actually backed up against the new greenhouse that I put up against the back of the house. It's actually literally part of the back of the house now. It's very cool. It's like right behind me, there's probably like 20 tomato plants and a bunch of potato plants and some onions and some broccoli and all kinds of stuff. There's a ton of stuff behind me right now. Oh, I've got peppers out there, like wazoo. I mean, like I got all different kinds, poblanos, Anaheims. We've got there's some Hungarian peppers back there. Got some Thai hot chili peppers. I've got obviously jalapenos. I think I said Anaheim already, but yeah, I've got tons of stuff back there. I got to do that. I got to figure out a way to find time to get this room set up so that everybody can see stuff like that. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can open up this window behind me. It's a big picture window. I can open it up behind me and smell the greenhouse. It's fantastic. Brings a lot of humidity into the house. I get yelled at, but I can do that. Fantastic. Bird's eye vegetables. Well, I try to have my own vegetables. Did we get to 100 likes? I think we got to 100 likes. Thank you for all of those. I got Darren Hughes out there promoting it. We got lots of people promoting the like button. Thank you for that. For those of you over on Odysee, Rumble, and Oh yes, Library is here. The folks over at Odyssey. You could do a great nerdotic. Yes, I could. You know what? I'll talk to Gary and see if he's okay with it. I love Gary. He's a good friend. So I'm gonna say thank you to the Odyssey folks. Thank you for that support, you guys. You're amazing. Yeah, Gary's got the right stuff. What's my favorite food to eat? Ooh, you guys, I don't know. This is gonna start a war. I like a properly prepared 1.5 inch thick boneless ribeye steak. But I eat a lot of stuff. I love food. I just love food. I love to cook. Love to cook. Yeah. Oh, and it's devastating when you're growing your own food, right? When you grow your own food, when you lose a plant that you like were counting on for a harvest. Like I had some green beans going, and the beans got growing, and then the plant got hit by a bunch of spider mites, and toast. So hey, there's Six. How you doing, Six? Hope you're doing well. You are awesome. The producer extraordinaire. She makes all the channels look great. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I am considering bananas when I build out the new greenhouse. The new greenhouse, actually, that one's going to show up, like I said, on the Culture Builds channel. You guys got me talking about stuff that's not entertainment. That's fine. But that one's going to be 140 feet long and 10 foot wide. And it's not, it'll be bent in an L shape. And it'll have a lot of cool architectural features to it. It's going to be wood. I'm not going to use cheap materials. I mean, I could build a hoop house and probably show people how to do that at some point. I'm going to be going to some other places in the country to help people get some of that stuff set up. But that one is going to be 60% aquaponic and raft NFT and all of that, supported by live fish. And then the other part of it, obviously, the other 40% or so will be soil based. But that one's going to be pretty epic, and let's show all of the ways of getting everything set up, all the plants and all of that. If you're interested in growing food, that's one way to do it. And part of the soil part of it is going to be bananas. I'm going to grow some dwarf banana trees because bananas is good fruit. And when you make your own soil, you actually can control, its composition, so you can get the best possible yield out of your plants too. Hey, what's up, Paul Fisher? Love the doggy. You guys with your dog icons, I love them. Doggy, puppies and kitties, big fan. Hey, Adam, what's going on? Hope I see you over on Mr. H's Hcast later. And to the 120 of you on YouTube, the many of you over on Odyssey and Rumble, thank you. And hi, Twitter. And I think, yes, Getter and Mines are there too. So hi, guys. Yeah. Yeah, beans are so great. Let me tell you, there's nothing like fresh grown, grow them yourself. Nothing like it. Yeah, I like boneless ribeyes. If, like I said, if you get a nice thick cut, I can get them so they're perfectly medium rare. I used to eat them very rare, right? I wouldn't eat them quite blue, although on occasion. But I really do like that perfect, like that mostly pink, just red around the edges kind of a preparation. I really think that's, just red, pink, or I should say pink around the edges and just red in the most of it. I like that. It's properly cooked, properly seasoned. I love steaks. Yeah. So, but it's okay. A lot of people are, we have a lot of people in our fellowship that are vegetarians too. So I don't like to really talk too much about it. Want to build a big dome greenhouse for warm weather plants like orange trees? That works. Banana works. What kind of banana? There are several different dwarf kinds I've been looking at. Once I settle, I'll show you. Like I said, I have no trouble doing that stuff. It's one of the reasons why when we relocate, I'm going to start from scratch, and everything's going to be planned around self-sustainability, self-sufficiency on the property. So, and that'll include even like some of the on-site production facilities that I'm going to put there as well. So, yeah, but yeah, you can actually do avocados do really well in purpose-built dome greenhouses. You can do avocados really well in there. You just have to get your soil right, and you have to make sure that your soil content, your moisture content in your soil is proper. You guys got me talking about great stuff. Holy cow, Jason's here. What's up, man? You doing all right? 540 Studio, check him out, man. He's great. Love his channel. Love hanging out there when I can. The lovely six. Bidding war for BET, BET Plus, and VH1 by Tyler Perry and others. All parties under bidding highest bid to $2.5 billion, $3 billion is the price tag. I would imagine. Tyler Perry is probably the best person to acquire that group of properties, channels and such. Probably would know what to best do with it. Perhaps we get back to actually having some quality there. That obviously is not including MTV then. I need to go look that up. Thank you for the heads up there. Yeah, that's the great thing about Hawaii. On the Big Island, I literally could have grown anything. Could just anything. Just throw it down. Gross. You think I'm kidding? Papayas freaking everywhere. Crazy. Yeah, you absolutely need to have a greenhouse where you are, especially if you're going to try to do like a Haas avocado, and you have to order those. Most people don't know that not all plants grow true to type. Avocados most explicitly. Like, let's say that you found like the what do they call it? The cotton candy, the confetti cotton candy avocado, right? Which actually that avocado kind of reminds you of cotton candy, like pink cotton candy. And that particular avocado, I don't even know if you can find them anymore, but avocados, if you plant that avocado pit, right, you do that whole process to get it to grow roots and stuff, it's not going to grow one of those avocados. It doesn't. They don't grow true to type, which is why everything that you get is going to be something that's a clone basically. So it's an avocado, but it's been grafted from another Haas so that it grows another Haas. One of the reasons why back here I've got some Tangelos, right? That if I want another high-end quality juicing orange, I have to graft it onto another tree, another citrus tree, or another orange tree, or like maybe like a navel or something like that, if I want those fruits to be exactly like the ones before. Now, they grow somewhat true to type, but for whatever reason, there's certain ones that taste better than others. And if you get one of those, that's what you do. But avocados, you have to. If you want, you just order the tree. Order the tree from the Haas folks, and you're good to go. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can grow anything in California. That's true. You can grow anything. Blah, 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 avocado. Blah, 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 avocado. Avocado, blah, 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 avocado. That's right. Tyler Perry BET contract is over in 2024. That's why he only bid $2 billion. If he doesn't get the network, he will take his content elsewhere. Makes sense. I don't know why. Why would you try to outbid him? He's the only one that has any kind of idea or direction. That's crazy. I got to look that up. Thank you for that. Seriously, I'm not kidding. I don't think you can. I don't think Saltzilla, you can true to type Haas avocados. I don't think you can. I don't think there's a way to do it. Oh, you have a dwarf avocado tree, Eric. Cool. Yeah, 16 feet. Yep. And like I said, if you do an 18-foot dome, right? You do an 18-foot dome for the tree, right? And then you can put other stuff around the tree. I mean, that's the other cool thing about doing a dome greenhouse, a geodesic dome greenhouse, is you kind of have an umbrella over everything else. So with a tree, then you can line the entire outside. You can put a bed all the way around, and do that, or you can make it an aquarium and then put plants, underneath the tree, and just have fish on the outside wall, which also help control the temperature, and feed the plants if you have the right system together, aquaponics style. Not that would be very good for an avocado. Avocado really do better and much better in soil supported situations, but you could. Wow, this is crazy. Nobody wants to listen to this. All right, back to it. We can jump. What do we want to talk about? I really want to talk about like the call today. You know what? We'll jump back in. Da-da-da. Back to it. All right. Nope, wrong thing. Sorry. There we go. All right. So during the latest financial period, Warner Brothers Discovery had been a top pick of several analysts for good reason, I'm sure. Reported a much narrowed quarterly streaming loss, which was only $3 million, if I'm right. Advertising at the latest period fell sharply, but still better than most others, by the way. And it looks like I was expecting it to be more. I also expected higher churn, but that's a whole other conversation. It did exceed the experts' expectations, mine too. Warner Discovery has been laying off to a right size post-merger. I agree with that. Pre-tax restructuring expenses for the quarter and raised the post-merger cost savings target from $4 billion to more than $5 billion. They have been cutting fat, and they've been making a leaner, meaner organization. They are bringing all of their advertising market stuff, everything into one department to have it deal primarily with the big boys. Same thing in every single other element of their business. DC coming all together, everything DC, one house. Everything's films, mostly one house, right? So that has been helping them a great deal. In fact, Mexican Iron Man talked about that during Valiant Renegades stream today. You go back and find that. I know it's only probably there for the rest of the day, and then it'll be turned into a members only thing. But you can find clips. Probably Mike's brilliant take will be one of the clips that'll come out of today's live stream. So there you go. But let's see. And this is where they talk about the weakness and things like that. They say, while the linear business is being further challenged by the soft ad sales market, we do have cause for optimism. He's pointing to the fact that they had very strong upfront ad sales, and this is unusual. A lot of us expected that there would be meaningful recovery in the second half of the year, and we haven't seen it, and we needed to figure out how to make up for that, and I think they've already done that. And they haven't really started to prioritize future ad sales for the streaming platforms yet, according to CEO Gutner Weidenfels. So there you go. It was a lot of interesting questions. They're on the way up. They're building their business based on high-end ARPU, which is average revenue per user. They are disregarding a lot of the lower end stuff. And again, that threw a lot of shade on Disney and others, but primarily Disney. They want high quality customers. Their global expansion is going to be oriented around that as well. They are not going into markets that are going to have a hard time supporting a higher ARPU. So that's good news. Good news. Oh my gosh, it's the Shagsworth. Check out the Shagsworth channel. He does great stuff. He had a great show last night. Hopefully you got a chance to check it out. It's good stuff. His Wednesday night show is one of the best. Got some real talent on there. And, he's not terrible himself. He's a good friend, though. I'm just kidding, Shags. I'm just kidding, brother. Eric K for $1.99 says, Culture has 12 inches. Too much info, dude. No, that was a G.I. Joe figure, man. Reading into it. Reading into it. And we got a super chat from Horseradish Power here saying for £2 sterling, proper money, everybody. Older Gods Wagyu films, Lovecraftian horror film. Okay, I'll check it out. Wagyu films. I will check it out. I love Lovecraftian horror. I'm a horror fan. There's a lot of really great horror coming up. Very excited. Last Voyage of the Demeter. I'm gonna go see that. Pretty stoked. We will be talking about it probably on the Hcast right after we all see it. Oh, thank you very much, Six. Dropping the link for today's earnings call. This is well worth watching. If you have a little bit of time between when this show ends and the Hcast on Mr. H Reviews channel, this is something to take a look at. Not to mention, VR did a great video today on some shenanigans with the formerly Reedy Creek District under Disney's purview. And Pro released a great video today with a wonderful panel video today with Lauren and himself and Tommy Tables and Jonas, who's also awesome. This is true. Warner Discovery is a company that lies in its trailers. I will never forget Barbie. Well, it's going to help them next quarter. That's going to be a big part of their of the plus side. Hey, there's Daryl. What's up, buddy? Another great guy. Fun channel. You guys are on fire today. I'm a horror fan. Goodness. Hey, what's up, Dylan? Dylan's here. What's up, Dylan? And TZ Burton's over here too. We got everybody everywhere. This is great. Ordinary Person is trying to steal people from my live stream. Thanks for that, I guess. I don't know. I think I'm going to delete the message. I don't know why you did that, but thanks. I didn't know Rumble had bots. Anyway. Robert's here. What's up, Robert? Good to see you. Been a minute, I think. War Monkey's here. Fantastic. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we call it a day? Yes, no, maybe so. Got a few minutes. We got some new gifted members. Holy cow, did we really? So many gifted members? Who gifted members? Who gifted members? Somebody gifted members. I can't find it. So for whoever gifted members, I'm very, very sorry. I thought I caught the gifted members at the beginning of the stream that I saw. Hopefully somebody grabs it. You should set up another channel and call it Horticulture Casino. Culture Casino. Mate, you know what? Wouldn't be a bad idea, although I really don't have time. I mean, once I get back into a flow where I can actually do the DIY channel in a way that I feel like that's good, then I'll move on to something else. Because I've tried to do the gaming thing and the DIY thing, and now I'm just focused on this and the other aspects of this business, which, believe it or not, I turned this hobby into a lot of work. So it's a lot of other things behind the scenes I got to try to do. It's really a job. I don't think most people realize that. I love Chuck Norris memes. I think they're great. I love them. Usually we have great Chuck Norris commentary in here. I think I got a question about churn. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is from Kalichioki. Okay, so churn is the amount of people that are expected to or are actively canceling your service. Well, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just the rate at which you're losing people. And it's an acronym for something. I don't remember what it is exactly, but all it is the idea that you have to replace the people that you're losing with the people, with new people, with new customers. Churn is usually driven primarily by cost, cost versus benefit that the consumer feels. For example, if you have a streaming service like, say, Disney Plus, and you produce nothing but garbage shows, your churn rate will probably increase because people see less value in what you're charging, especially if you just raise the price on them. You're not giving them more value to the money. Churn is usually driven by a financial consideration or a better opportunity elsewhere. So churn rate should be, you want to keep it as low as possible, but you've got to keep it in that sub 5% thing to really be knocking it dead, because you really only want to replace 5% or less of your customers. If you could get down to like a 2% churn, that's ideal, because then you're only replacing two out of 100 customers. Just look at it that way. How many customers do I have to replace? So when your churn rate is higher, that's how many subs you're losing that you need to replace with new ones. It's one of those things. Now, this has been around forever. Ever since there's been a subscription model of anything, there's been a churn rate, whether it's magazines, paid television, whatever, right? There's even a churn rate that now cannot be overcome in cable and satellite broadcast subscriptions, because they can't. They're losing faster than they can replace. So it's kind of something you need to manage. And you need to do that through a good pricing strategy, and you need to increase your value. Disney, you could say right now in the parks and everything else, kind of has an interesting, they might actually have a churn rate. We don't know what the actual number of like annual pass holders are and things like that, if any of that makes sense. So thank you, John, over on Rumble. I appreciate it. And PZ Burton. Let's see. Oh, well, my goodness. Well, thank you, Olaf Von S, for the 5 Culture Casino memberships. I truly appreciate it. Amazing. You are quite the supporter, my friend, and I can't say enough nice things. But that is, yeah, so churn rate is very bad. You do not want that. And you know what? Warner Brothers Discovery has been able to figure out a way to manage it quite well, despite having a price increase. I think going forward, though, all of the subscription services are going to have to be a little more careful about how they change their pricing. And so yeah, we got oh wow, it's Darren Hughes for $5 saying howdy, CC in chat. Thank you. Are we starting tomorrow's Friday pre-flight at a later time? Just plugging it. Yes. Right when you get towards the end of Friday Night Tights, this show will be starting. So right about the time they start to wind down, I'll be starting this show. I'm not sure exactly what time that is specifically, but I will pin it down and I'll have the show up tomorrow, so that when you get done with the 6-minute daily in the morning tomorrow, it will automatically send you the Friday show, which has to get a new name, which I have to work on today. I need to get those graphics put together. So there you are. Yeah. And oh man, we got to wind down, guys. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to stick around longer, but I am pushing it right now on my time. Chuck Norris just won his case for residuals that was due him from the Walker Texas Ranger. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. I hope he spends it to make more stuff, runs more productions. It's some dude. Wave. What's up? Look at that. Is that a buffalo? Bison? What is that? It's a big animal. Yeah, it's going to be kind of the Friday post flight. That's exactly right. And that's, I think, the name I'm actually using in the graphics. But the nice thing is it'll fit even more thematically with the way that the intro works, because it'll be like you've arrived and now beach, drinks, hang out, party. Shaka. All right. I got to get going. You guys are amazing. All of you. I appreciate each and every one of you. You have no idea. We're going to run the credits one more time, and then I've got to shuffle off. I do. Da. That's all I want to say to you. I hope you had fun hanging out today. For those of you who are watching on Minds, Rumble, Getter, for watching on Odysee, for watching on Twitter, I thank you so very much. For all of these amazing members, I thank you. You are the electricity that keeps the lights on here. Believe it or not. Warner Brothers thing had me stoked. I don't know about the rest of you. I feel like they're at least turning it around. They're listening to their customers. They are driven by profit. They're motivated to do better, even if they're somewhat ideological, which they are. But it's not pushing everything. Anyway, coming up in about an hour and 4 minutes, the Hcast over on Mr. H's channel, Mr. H Reviews. Have a great day, everybody.
See ya.